Hi, folks. September 8th. Yesterday we were 2-0 on baseball. We took two dogs. We took Detroit plus 136. That one won. We took LA at minus 105. Minus 105 versus 115 is not really a dog, but it is technically, in terms of the mass, a very small, slight dog. But 2-0 either way was good. Today we got two games we're looking at. The first game is Cincinnati and St. Louis. We're taking Cincinnati minus 120, so today we are going to take a small favorite, not a major favorite. The reason we're taking Cincinnati, let's break this down. The Passan model has this as kind of a 4-4 even, so we won't worry about that. Last 10 games, both teams are 5-5. Teams that are 5-5 over the last week are hitting 68%. Doesn't matter, both teams are 5-5. That's a wash. Let's look at the pitchers. The St. Louis pitcher has a whip of 1.9, only 3 starts, so it's not like he's had a lot of starts, but a 1.9 whip is winning at 39% over the last week at 9-14 and a negative zero point 0.9 units. His ERA of 7.24 is hitting 45%, or at least pitchers in the last week in that range are hitting 45% at 14-17 and negative zero point 0.2 units. Whereas the pitcher for Cincinnati, Abbott, he's got a 1.2 whip, which has a 58% win percentage over the last 7 days of 21-15 and plus 1.6 units. His ERA at 3.22 falls into a 67% win percentage over the last week at 20-10 and plus 6.8 units. So the pitcher on the ERA and the whip, both sides of that. Abbott is the better pitcher. Like I said, the last 10 games is a wash. Let's break down the split. The split is 81% on Cincinnati. Teams that are 81 have 80% to 81 to 100% of the split are hitting 52% over the last week at 11-10, but also negative 3.7 units. That doesn't tell us a lot. So this is all pitching so far. Home favorites over the last week are hitting 45% at 13-16 and negative 8 units. So that's a little bit unfortunate. And then the home road record. Let's look at that. St. Louis is not a good away team. Cincinnati is not a great home team either. So this is not one of those games that flies off the paper at you, but when you have a predictive confidence of 69/9, you can see Cincinnati's got a pretty good hitting team. They've got the pitcher getting max points on ERA and whip. St. Louis, they have a decent hitting team, but the pitcher is a factor. So we're basically taking the home team based on home record, based on the better pitcher for 2 units. The second game we're looking at today is the San Diego and where's it at? In Houston game. Houston's been playing well, obviously 7-3 in the last 10 games. But, the Passan model also has Houston. I'm going the other way. I see reverse line movement on this. You can see that the game has gone from minus 148 to 135. That number should be going up on Houston at 66% of the bets. So the bigger money is pulling the line backwards. So we have reverse line movement, which is kind of interesting and good. You also have Blake Snell pitching for San Diego. His whip is 1.25. That's hitting 58%. Over the last week, his ERA of 2.5. It's hitting 67% over the last week. So we've got a stellar pitcher on San Diego on the road. Whereas the home pitcher, Brown, he's got a 1.36 whip at 46%. And his ERA of 4.53 is at 45%. So we've got a pitching advantage on San Diego. That's obvious. We also have the predictive confidence here showing that they're 49/33 at a plus 16%. So there is an advantage, largely because of the pitching. I'm looking at this really quickly to see what the numbers are on Houston. Houston's a better batting team. I guess we're going to go with pitching. Better pitching always beats better hitting typically. Breaking down the win percentages, San Diego at 5-5 is at 68%. Houston at 7-3 is at 41%. Interesting to me that teams that are 7-3 are actually only winning 41% of the time, while a team that's 5-5 is hitting 67%. Interesting metric. We don't put a lot of weight in that. The split at 34% is hitting 55% for the last week at 16-13 and plus 6.1 units. That's encouraging. Road dogs, and man, the dogs have been doing really well the last 7 to 10 days. Road dogs are hitting 55% over the last week at plus 9.6 units. And then you look at the home record, the road record. Obviously, San Diego's not a good road team. Houston's not a stellar home team at basically 500. I'll take the stellar pitcher. I'll take the plus money. I'll do it for 2 units, and I'm happy about it. We've been doing very well the last 3-4 days, just basically playing these games of really playing the dogs, maybe a small favorite like we're doing today on Cincy. So let's go out. Let's get 2 more wins. Let's get to the weekend. And that's it. Have a good weekend, folks. Talk to you soon. Bye.